So.
Sure. Right, where's Twitch?
Ultimate upgrade to your
Ads! Yay!
SMGE, each sold separately. Batteries and eyewear not included.
Yay!
SMGE, each sold separately. Batteries and eyewear not included.
Yay!
SMGE, each sold separately. Batteries and eyewear not included. The ultimate upgrade to your Fortnite loadout just dropped with the new Nerf Fortnite SMGE, each sold separately. Batteries and eyewear not included. Ultimate upgrade to your Fortnite loadout just dropped with the new Nerf Fortnite SMGE, each sold separately. Batteries and eyewear not included.
Am I watching the stream? I will make sure it's not hiding in some other tab somewhere. I will make sure, because it might be. Nope. Yeah, there it was. Okay. Erica, if you're talking in Zoom.
All right, I was muted. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So, can you guys hear Cat when Cat talks?
Hello, it's me.
Good. Clive says yes. That's good.
Okay.
So, welcome to the Crusaders of the Lost Idols stream for Friday, March 27th, 2020. So, we're doing this with Kat obviously calling in, and I'm actually in the Codename studio right now just because this machine is a little bit set up for streaming more than my own at home. So, yeah, I wanted to be in here. It's very weird. Dave and Eric are still working here, so there's 3 of us in the office today. So Eric was all like, "You increased the count by 50%," which was cute. And then I get to disinfect as soon as I'm done streaming. And I was planning to go home after that and work from home like normal. So, yeah, I'm Erica, the live services manager for Crusaders and the community manager for Codename Entertainment, and that's Kat, the lead artist for Crusaders on the webcam.
Hi.
So we're doing something different today. If you remember, Kat sketched this the last time we did a stream. So now we're going to color it in, and there's a version available on our website, which Nightbot will be sharing, and you can tweet it or share it on Instagram with the hashtags Lost Idols Coloring and the hashtag Dragon Hugs. And if we get 50 coloring sheets tweeted and shared at us by the end of Monday, then I'll give you guys a 3-day idol buff. So that's pretty cool. And you get to color. So Kat's gonna do her version of the coloring, and so if you've printed it off already and you want to color along, you get to see what color choices she's making. And if not, you can print it off and color it later, or you can digitally color it. We've had some digital colors shared at us already, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so on with the stream, I guess. We have Dylan behind the scenes today, and he'll be grabbing your questions from chat for us to take. So yeah.
So what do you think? Should I go with their official colors, or should I just go crazy?
Go crazy.
All right, cool. And for the audience, I do have a cat. He can be kind of noisy. Just, it's fine. I'm at home. What do you want from me?
So today, obviously, the Superhero Spring will be going out because it didn't start yesterday. The weekend promo has the Superhero Spring event Crusaders. So that'll be a fun boost. And the new Crusader is Adina the Wonderful, a slug alien.
Yeah.
With Wonder Woman inspiration with the tiara and the lasso, and then some of the coloring.
Most of the coloring.
Most of the color. Cry 3737. This is the Crusaders of the Lost Idols code. It's not the Idol Champions code, so if you're trying to redeem it in Idol Champions, it won't work for you. And I see some regulars in chat. We got Leptimus, Frey Attack, Scrooge McScourge, GSR, Shodan, Randy Martinez, Kedgear, Susan, D-Tape 467.
I'm really happy that you guys all came back, even though we missed a stream last week.
We missed 2 streams, right?
Did we?
Yeah.
That does seem right. Yeah.
Or maybe?
Right. Yeah. Because
Friday the 13th we missed too. Yeah.
Yeah. I know streaming is, or consistency in streaming is a big thing, but we are all here for you in this trying time.
Darker 18 saying cats can be adorable little buttholes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, cats are adorable and buttholes.
Yeah.
Especially when you have to clean up warm puke. I've done a lot of that.
Yeah. My cat is like 16 or 17.
Oh wow.
So he is a senior, and so he does puke a fair bit. But it's not his fault, so.
Looks like Table Titans is here too, and he says this is cool.
Ooh, hi.
So we got a question from Frey Attack. Are there plans to change the way incoming buffs are displayed? If you're in a speed formation between the area changes and the constant reloading of the buff icons, they can't really be read. So that would be the Crusader buffs themselves, Frey Attack? Or are you talking about the active buffs in the underneath the map? Susan asks, it's okay for me to open the PDF in Photoshop to color this for myself. Yeah, we'll accept digital colors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
because I know not everyone has printers these days.
Yeah, and I've seen some of the coloring pages that have already been posted on Twitter, which is great. Everybody keep doing it. But if you have access to Photoshop, I did save the PDF with all the layers intact, so you can just color underneath the line layer like I'm doing right now, where you can just go crazy. Because I have seen some that like clearly just took the paint bucket tool, which is fine. But because it's not a vector art like the Champions coloring sheets, it doesn't work quite as well because there's all sorts of stray pixels that are essentially invisible to us, but the paint bucket tool is like, no, they're right there.
Yeah, Susan says they already knew that and they've been playing in it with the layers.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool. Lexer26. Erica, are you guys 6 feet apart in the office? I am isolated in the streaming closet right now, and I believe Dave and Eric were maintaining their distance, and they have their personal washrooms, and I got assigned one of the spare washrooms for my use while I'm here today. And they all have their personal kitchens, and I think they're just sharing the drink fridge right now because they keep disinfecting the handle, so...
Yeah, and I can confirm that in the meeting, everybody was at least 6 feet apart.
Looks like Freya Tech followed up with, the Crusader bubbles. I would like to address that eventually, but yeah, it can be hard to read who's buffing what, for sure. DTape467 question: can you have Kevin look into not being able to move Crusaders behind the area complete or sprint announcements? Huh. Like the formation slot is behind the area complete message while you're trying to drop a Crusader in the slot? Randy Martinez: is it considered cheating when you use a lot of power buffs with the lingering buff at max level? I wouldn't say it's cheating, and I'm glad you're actually using your buff store instead of hoarding them.
Yeah, it's part of the game. Can't really be cheating.
And since you can only do them one at a time right now, if you're clicking 1,000 buffs, that's a lot of clicking, or that's a good use of an auto-clicker. Oppositional Defiance: will lingering buffs ever be buffed? No, lingering buffs is powerful enough as it is. Dryad Parker: are we getting a Night Monkey Arachnobuddy skin? I think that's another superhero type, maybe. The skin for the superhero spring event, which is where Arachnobuddy comes from, is going to be the Death Poodle skin today, so.
Yeah, just you wait. It's supremely silly.
I think, yeah, we'll see what the player reactions are to it, but I like it. Quatra question: can we have some way to disable talents from idols, like when we can disable talents from heroes? We don't currently plan on adding a toggle to the talents. I know we've had requests for doing it for omni-clicking at least, but it's not something we're planning on doing currently. You guys want to do hashtag Crusaders code if you want the code for Crusaders. Since we share Nightbot, I didn't really want to delete the hashtag code, but
Photoshop's giving me some grief.
Ragnar question: can you share any of the new abilities Adina has? Yeah, I feel comfortable teasing because it's so close to release. Kevin came up with most of the abilities. So Adina will do a global DPS per superhero, and then she also gives the superhero tag to adjacent Crusaders. And then she causes the self-DPS formation abilities of Crusaders in her column to apply to all other Crusaders in the column at a lower effectiveness, and that will not be propagated or mimicked. She has a couple global DPS because she's support. And then she'll be allowing the formation abilities of Crusaders in her column to be active regardless of their requirements, and that one can't be propagated either. So, yeah, should make for some interesting formations as people try to squeeze her in. Chase for Trace. It's at the moment extremely hard to work on the formation while they are running due to how they run constantly. Will there be a fix for it in the future? So you're trying to do a formation while you're sprinting? Yeah, that will be hard, although we do allow you to change drag and drop Crusaders while the area is transitioning, so that's cool, but if you're finding that's not enough time, you probably just want to turn off auto progress and idle on an area for a second while you get your formation in order if you don't have it saved. Kabayashi, have you any solutions for the Jow puddle lags? Kevin was working on that all day on Wednesday and he could not reproduce it. So if you have more information about when you're seeing the Jow puddle lags, like, otherwise he says there's definitely still just the lag of changing areas and stuff, so that's part of why it's lagging so much. Balder549, any plans or considerations to change with regards to the mission tab? Hint hint autocomplete button. It's on the list of something we'd like to do. Looks like Hardball UK showed up. Good morning, Hardball. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Past2so5 is here as well. Good morning. Kawaii Chibi Kaneko is asking, what is the count so far of colored in images? I haven't checked the Twitter this morning, but I know there's been at least 3 or 4 that I saw yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more than like 10 max.
But yeah, definitely use the hashtags if you want to help us
Yeah.
with figuring out how many we've got.
And you've got until Monday.
Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can spend your weekend doing a little bit of coloring.
Past2so5 is asking, how are we all? Doing fine, trying to adjust to working from home. Could be a little more productive maybe, but it's been a crazy week with Idle Champions, so I was glad I was able to help out with that.
I'm doing pretty good. As far as like staying home all the time, that's basically what I do anyway. So for that part, I'm fine. The productivity work-wise is certainly lower, but you know, I think everybody's very understanding right now. Everybody's just doing their best. So, how's everybody else doing out there? You know, we care about you guys. Take care of yourselves.
Xslade is asking, how does Adina work with Karen? I poked Kevin and I'll see if I get an answer about that. Pepega Gorilla, more of a nice to have feature for lazy people, but is it possible to implement a disenchant all button to help with material shifting between resets? We have some ideas for how we want to improve the legendary crafting system, but no ETA on when we'll get to doing that. Jayad Parker, what slot is Adina in? She is in slot 21. Oppositional Defiance, have either of us been watching Tiger King on Netflix? Believe it or not, I don't subscribe to Netflix, so I don't go down the rabbit hole of the shows on there.
I have not, and if it weren't for this morning, I would have no idea what you're talking about. But a friend of mine posted to his Instagram story. It's like, all right, I'm gonna check this out, and just from like 2 not even 30-second clips that he showed, is like, all right, this is not something I'm gonna watch ever. It just looks weird, which is fine. Weird is good, but right now I'm just spending a lot of time in Animal Crossing, which is really nice.
Nestle Quick says, dragon hugs? That does not look like a hug, but then again, I've never seen dragons hugging.
Why is this not a hug? I don't
she's got her arms around his torso. It's a hug, right?
Yeah, I mean, Joe is a big noodle. How else do you hug a noodle when you're half his size or less?
Brownie Maker, I think your issue with the inventory dialogues is an Idle Champions issue, and that is fixed in the Steam build that went out last night. And if you're not on Steam, it's going out to the other platforms. Although I think it went to WebGL as well. So if you're playing in the browser, that should be fixed as well. If it's not, then follow up. Susan said she tried printing out the coloring sheet at first, but then discovered she can't see up close anymore, so it's easier to color on the computer.
Yeah, it's nice that you can just zoom in as far as you need.
Yeah. You asked chat how they were doing. Randy Martinez says, trying to stay occupied, whether it's playing Crusaders or trying to play another game while Crusaders plays in the background.
Yeah.
Cool. Susan says, unfortunately, her stepdad died on Monday, but it was a release for him because he'd been suffering and he went peacefully in his sleep. So, as long as it was peaceful, I mean.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, but also...
Yeah, we're sorry for your loss, Susan.
Yeah.
Also, she says she wants your Animal Crossing friend code.
I could post my Nintendo friend code on my Twitter after the stream. I don't mind. More friends is good.
And Randy says they do like the new talents that were introduced, although some are double-edged sword because they're infinitely levelable. Fair enough, fair enough. We've been getting some feedback about the ones you can't max out. And we may make changes.
Yeah.
Cassius, silly question. How does Adina get around in story? Slugs are not known for their mobility, but she's also an alien, right?
Yeah. I don't know. She's got some amount of powers. Maybe she just lassos things and then pulls herself closer with 4 arms, you know? Or maybe her slug goo is like oil, and so it's super slicky, and it just makes her super fast.
Right. Oh, it's because Anna's using her legs to hug. That makes it confusing.
Oh. It's a full body hug.
Yeah, she's treating Jai like a body pillow, and she's just hugging him with all her limbs.
Yeah.
Elim 2020 says, the game is available as an exe file on Steam, but what about the Linux and MacBook users? We should be available through Steam for Mac users. We don't plan on making a Linux version of the game through Steam, though, because the player base isn't large enough. Work 93 showed up. Hi, wish everyone a safe and great weekend.
Hey.
Hey, thanks, Warwick.
Yeah.
GSR is saying, do you remember what happened last year on this event? Yeah, the players won't let me forget, but Kevin says that it's impossible for the events to start with players getting 1 million event currency anymore, so it won't happen again. Dryad Parker is asking, will the superhero tag be exclusive to Crusaders from Superhero Spring and Gardeners? For now, I think, because they're mostly based on, like, their source material were superheroes, but Adina is gonna propagate the superhero tag to the formation, so we can look into adding other superhero tags outside of these 2 events.
Yeah, I would say that there's never like an exclusivity. It's just that we like to design Crusaders based on the theme of the event, and it just ends up that way.
Yeah. But there's always room to move tags around.
Yeah.
Blasphemy 2016, some person on Reddit, much smarter than myself, seemed to math out that non-capping talents eventually have diminishing returns for what you get out of them. I don't know if that's true. That would be true because most of them are additive, so by the time you're putting in more idols to get just that one more additive buff, it won't be a super huge benefit, but it'll help depending on where you are in your talent tree leveling. And I guess it would be a little more easy to commit to the talents if you had more respecs than just when we top them up with new talent additions. So I would like to speed up getting additional respecs into the game, other than when we do talents. Kedgear, question. I heard that 3 skins were planned for the skin shop, 1 idea each. What was the 3rd skin idea? We just didn't have time for the 3rd skin in the end, what with changing to working from home. But Kevin did decide on a Victor skin that was pretty cool. Players joking they were looking forward to the superhero spring event starting with extra currency.
Not so lucky.
Snow White Tiger. Shout out to Erica for always helping with my support tickets. Oh, thanks. To Beast Cod. Hi, first time tuning in. I just started 2 days ago. Any tips? I have reset 2 times, have 68 idols. No clue where to go from here or what to do though. Welcome to Crusaders.
Yeah, welcome.
It's pretty cool. We're still getting new players. I would probably suggest doing a couple more free plays and then tackling the first couple of objectives on Descent into Darkness once you get that unlocked, because those are pretty easy. And then obviously the event will start soon, so you could probably have enough power to recruit at least the first 2 Crusaders and maybe do those objectives. And if you're having trouble at any point, you can just abandon and do some free plays until you have more idols and then go from there. And then you can free play enough to complete all the Tier 1 and Tier 2 objectives on World's Wake pretty easily. I think that's the consensus. And then once you've got bonus boss idols on World's Wake, you can move on to the rest of the campaigns and keep going. Jabble, is there any possibility to introduce mechanics similar to time gates in Idle Champions to access missions and discontinued events, or even all of them? We aren't currently planning on adding a time gate-like system to Crusaders, sorry. Hardball UK says, hi ladies, hope you and your families are all safe and sound. Yeah. My dad and mom are keeping me updated. Dad's like, I haven't left the house in 2 weeks. It's annoying. Like, so? At least you're home with stepmom. It's like, I'm living by myself.
Oh. Yeah. My grandma has started phoning everybody in the family every other day to get updates, which has been really nice. And I talk to my mom just about every day because before this we would see each other multiple times a week, so that has been a little weird.
Blasphemer 2016. What will become of the Yogscast achievements? This gets brought up every so often. Yeah, still on my to-do list to do something about that. Haven't come up with anything good yet. I guess that time gate suggestion might work for that. But not really on the radar right now. To Beast COD, Oh, there's more than 20 Crusaders? Yeah, there's a few more. They are free to earn. You just need to play the events when they come around, and you can also get them from the mission system. And if you're impatient for some of the Speed Crusaders, they are available for sale. We sell 4 Crusaders currently: Billy, Mindy, Bainerel, and Mildred. They're pretty powerful in helping you get progression, but you don't have to buy them. You can earn them all for free. The only Crusaders you don't have access to in the game are the Desert Bus Crusaders, because they're exclusive to the charity donation. So, and that's only 4 Crusaders currently. But the other 130 are available through the event system as they roll around every year. Green Samurai 23, how many minutes until the event starts? Kevin
After
said
the
he'll
stream.
do it, after the stream. So 30-ish minutes? Pepe de Torres, as someone who's in Italy and stuck quarantined for who knows how long, thanks for keeping my mind busy with a constantly updated game. Oof, Italy. Glad you're staying safe. And you're welcome. We're glad we're in a position where we can work from home and continue to keep the game updated.
Yeah.
Zedmud, Mildred's a Speed Crusader. Well, okay, she's not a Speed Crusader, but she helps you get pretty far. She helps you push the high areas until you get Rena and everything. Especially when you mimic her with Mindy. Yeah, if you're joining us from Idle Champions, the code Superhero Spring is only valid in the Crusaders of the Lost Idols game, which we're currently got Adina behind me. She's the new Crusader going out today. Lady Disco Pants. Shout out to everyone quarantined alone. We are mighty, mighty lonesome. I do think the webcam meetings for work definitely help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get our social quota.
And technically I could webcam friends and FaceTime friends. But just been grooving alone right now, watching YouTube.
Yeah. And I've got my cat, even if he is a butt.
Blasphemer 2016. Do you envision new tiers and new Crusaders every year from here to the end of time itself? As long as there are players playing and supporting Crusaders, we will keep up with the event schedule. Jayad Parker. Is there a plan for making the game less daunting for new players? I have about 6,000 hours in already, and it's still daunting. And they just recently completed Rewind. Like, less daunting how? Like, less to complete? Or, like, more new player guides or something? Inez Serrano. Adina is pretty. Kat has really been hitting it out of the park lately. Awesome work.
Thank you.
Zedmud. So Erica, you seem to have a green screen. Have you considered wearing a green shirt and putting something funny behind you as a backdrop? No, I don't think I actually own like a pure green shirt either. I think the closest I have is like a teal thing. So I'm not sure if that would color Kioe. Maybe for a prank one day, if I ever find a green shirt.
Dylan did do a pretty great thing with the green screen for Halloween.
Yeah, and he actually was wearing a spare green screen we had lying around the office. So it's like, oh.
Yeah, it was way too hot.
Yeah, it was like summer? No, it was Halloween, but it was just hot. Yeah, because it was a thick green screen.
Yeah.
To Beast Cod, this may be a problem. I just read to open the chest after the event starts, but I didn't know I already opened them. Will this cause an issue? The players were saying to save them because once the event starts, those chests will contain gear for Adina if you own her. The all-tier chests only contain gear for the Tier 1 Event Crusaders if you own no Event Crusaders. Or once you start earning the rest of the Crusaders, then their gear will also be included in the all-tier chests. So you're fine because you're brand new and you don't have any of the Crusaders yet. So Shodan 111. A few weeks ago, I tried the washed up objective from World's Work Tier 4, but I failed at Area 585, so Area 1000 seems impossible. Any hints on the minimum requirements to finish this objective? I believe you need at least E600, E670 DPS, right, chat? You need epic DPS, which is why players take advantage of lingering buffs and thousands of the DPS buffs. Oh, getting conflicting messages from chat. It's about E80 showed in for washed up to E600. Chat is saying April 1st is coming up. Yeah, April Fool's is coming up.
Sure is.
We might do something fun with the game. Working from home has kind of derailed us a little bit, so you guys be cool if we didn't, right? So we'll see what happens. Looks like Kevin got back to me about Adina and Karen. He says he thinks Karen's self-DPS formation abilities will apply to people in Adina's column. And then if Karen is not in Adina's column, the self-DPS abilities are still regarded as self-DPS abilities, and anything that redirects is still going to ignore them. So we'll find out together. Someone's saying bring back the bees.
You are in a minority.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't do that. We would not default to that if we had no ideas. We would do nothing. Although some players are like, you should make this is not a working code, or this is not a real code. Something to that effect as a joke code. Because apparently players continuously share that in chats. Iron Monkey. As a new player, I've found that the community is very helpful with tips. Internet research is also very helpful. There are a few guides out there that were very helpful and brought in new ideas, like paying attention to the DPS, so you better know how to structure your formation. Yeah, the communities are pretty awesome. Jojoga, last week I got the same chest twice in my challenge token shop. Is that supposed to be possible? It shouldn't be possible, so I will have Kevin look at the code for generating your chest in the challenge shop. GSR, I really like the Weekend Warrior talent. Can we get a talent that prolongs the weekend buff? No, I don't think we would change the length of the weekend buff. It's a weekend buff for a reason. Feinin, I recently picked up the game again after 4 years and was pleasantly surprised that all the chest codes I got still worked. So thank you for 150 chests. That is impressive that you managed to enter that many codes without going insane. But yeah, you're quite welcome for the chest. That's why we give out personal codes for your email chest, so that they don't expire if you forget to check your email for a couple of weeks. or months, or years. Zedmud, I think the challenge shop is bugged. I've been trying over a year and Mildred's hat still hasn't shown up in there. Well, it's only going to choose the one golden epic every 2 weeks is the rotation, and there are hundreds of golden epics if you don't own them, and you're only getting 1 out of 400. It's pretty trippy odds. Chat has shared the joke codes. The one is, "This is a fake code!" And the other one is, "This code won't work."
Those are pretty fun.
Yeah. Dr. Madcam, hi CNE. I'm just completing my first run with E1100 DPS just in time for new event. Nothing else to say. I just wanted to say hi. Hi. And congrats on getting to E1100.
Mm-hmm.
Cassius335, have you guys given any thought to splitting bossing around between tiers? It's a very powerful effect, especially for tier 5. I only wanted it to be one talent, which is why it is in tier 5, and which is why the first level is fairly expensive for players just hitting tier 5, and why the second level makes it around 56 trillion when you've purchased both levels. Wait. Apparently Kevin did put the event out, or is someone just trolling?
Trolling is rude, okay?
Well, I mean, that's what they do constantly all day on event days. It's like, refresh now, and it's like, the event's not out yet. But there's always someone who falls for it. Yeah, chat's saying trolls. GSR, speaking of golden epics in the token shop, will you update the ones in there? Yeah, we can update them to probably the end of December, I guess, because they're been a while. Jabal, even with current situation and small delays, it's still really impressive that you managed to roll at the event with just 1 day slip. It doesn't seem to go that smoothly with my work. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. We managed to grab some art help, which definitely made us able to get the event out this week.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Georgia, who generally does all of the art for Bushwhacker 2. She came and helped me out. Really appreciate it. Like I said, we're all trying our best and we're all here to help each other.
Susan says her mom seems to know when she's watching the stream, and then she called her. Well, that's why we have the VOD on Twitch afterwards, and we also upload the video to YouTube on Mondays at noon. So if you've missed it, or if your friends have missed it, they can rewatch it. Oh, someone says possibly the golden epic for the event managed to sneak out. Susan saying they're lucky enough that even though there's shelter in place in Texas, they have 2 houses, so she gets to bounce between hers and her mom's. So that's pretty nice. It'll let Elim 2020. One of these times, one of those codes will actually work, the fake codes, and Erica won't tell us. I mean, what's the fun of a hidden code if I have to tell you that it's working? Leptimus is saying, this color version of the dragons gives me such 80s vibes. I love it.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but that's what happens when you don't really plan in advance and you just sort of slap them down.
I like Jow Spyro.
Thank you. Well, I have time to do at least a little bit of shading, so if anybody is curious about shading digitally, it's easier than doing all from scratch, because you can just take a layer, multiply, and then draw over it with better opacity. There you go. And just use one color if you're really lazy. But first you figure out where your light source is coming from. Ooh.
Oh, someone's asking if they enter too many wrong codes, will the game lock them out from entering codes? No, it shouldn't lock you out from entering codes.
That'd be very rude.
Yeah.
Maybe if we ever did like... No, even if we did like hidden codes, we don't want to lock people out. You can just...
No. The code just pops up. This is not valid, or the game pops up. This is not valid.
Mm-hmm.
Colavier, are there more coloring pages available?
There will be. So it sort of depends on how this goes, but assuming people enjoy it, we were planning on next week, we're going to keep streaming, but I'm going to go back to drawing something on stream rather than coloring something. And then from then on, we can take that week's stream sketch, and then I can spend a little extra time polishing it up, and then we can release it as a coloring page. And since I'm not drawing anything this week, we're going to take one of the older ones, and I'm going to polish it up, and then we're going to release it. And feedback is great. Let us know if there's one that you really want to be able to color. I was thinking the one of Tiernan, just from the week before we stopped streaming, or week before this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like that one a lot, but I could be wrong.
And I think the Idle Champions team will be officially launching all the available coloring sheets next week sometime. So
yeah,
you'll also have some Idle Champion ones to color. But yeah,
we've been trying really hard to get those coloring sheets out for quite a while.
Yeah, we're open to making coloring sheets of Crusaders that players want to color, in addition to just cat sketches from stream.
Yeah, I could take the Crusader graphics as well. Haven't done that yet, and it's not quite as
easy.
Well, no, actually, it's probably easier, honestly. But personally, I wouldn't think it's as interesting because they're not as detailed or whatever. But again, I can be wrong.
Lexier26 is asking, can you upload a copy of the pic for people to save in JPEG? They don't have a printer or a Photoshop to have to go old school and do it with Paint, which doesn't open PDFs.
I guess we'll have to talk to, Justin to get that on the website, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. Marketing can figure it out.
Yeah. We will try and accommodate as best we can.
Zodi, late to the party. Any way to upload colored dragon hugs besides to Twitter or Instagram? For the coloring contest, we kind of want you to at the social media.
Well, it's not really a contest.
Well, yeah, not a contest. It's just collecting colored sheets.
Community activity.
So I guess if you email it to us,
Yeah, I mean, I would like to encourage anybody
Or
to
you could post it
participate.
on Reddit, I guess, as a Imgur or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can post it on Reddit. But yeah, if you've colored it and you want to submit it, you can post it to a forum or email us. You don't have to do the hashtags.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there's plenty of people who don't like to use social media for whatever reasons. And we want you guys to also be able to participate and stuff like that. So I think that would probably be fine.
Robo Satan would be a great skin for Robo Santa. Typos.
I mean, I agree. Any excuse to draw demons, I will take. And a robot demon, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. And they're like, it should look like the Futurama Robo Satan. That goes, I guess. I mean, we want to keep it somewhat Robo Santa-ish, so it wouldn't go totally Futurama, I think. Just put horns on Robo Santa's hat.
I mean, that's the lazy way to do it, sure.
Recolor his beard. Someone was asking if GIMP can open PDFs. I haven't really played around with GIMP.
I don't know. I've never had to use GIMP. I've always heard it works basically as a poor man's Photoshop, which is not meant to be a slight to anybody. It's just Photoshop is stupid expensive. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure.
Yeah. And I think... I don't know how else you open PDFs. Or turn them to JPEGs. I'm sure there's programs out there on the interwebs. Wilhelm Scream. What is this? I recently followed this channel, but before then, I've only been here for Margaret Dillon hosted streams to do with Idle Champions. Please educate me, someone. Thanks for tuning in today. I did try to change the messaging to say this was a Crusader stream, but obviously Twitch doesn't always have that visible, I guess. So this is our Crusaders of the Lost Idol stream, which is one of the other two, we have 3 live service games here at Codename Entertainment: Idle Champions, Crusaders, and Bushwhacker 2. So this is the Crusaders of the Lost Idol stream. And so this is Kat coloring in one of the coloring sheets we just released. She's the lead artist for Crusaders, and she's also helped with Idle Champions art, lots and lots of equipment.
Up.
But yeah, Crusaders was our first Idle game foray, and it's the bones of what Idle Champions evolved into.
It's 5 years old now.
Yeah, it's going to turn 5 in July. So yeah, we don't have individual champion attacks. We just have flat DPS, unlike Idle Champions' individual attacks. We have our formations, we have fun objectives, we have event Crusaders. Yeah, it's a fun little Idle game. That is so old.
And not being related to the D&D license at all. It's all just fun, wacky stuff, like these silly dragons.
Yeah, it's more pop culture making fun of and less serious D&D stuff. Someone in chat saying GIMP does open PDFs. That's cool. That's an option.
Yeah, good to know. GIMP, as far as I know, is free, so...
Yeah. Randy Martinez. Ooh, will we have a 5-year anniversary event? Yeah, we'll do something for the 5th anniversary. I guess I should plan on making it a little more special than our previous anniversaries.
Yeah, it'd definitely be nice to do something for such a milestone. And I suppose it will sort of also depend on where the world is at that point.
Yeah.
Everything is just changing all the time.
Yeah, Wilhelm Screen saying, cool, was seeing dragons on the screen, so didn't know what to make of it.
Fair enough.
Today we're doing a color along stream, so if you want to get the coloring sheet off the website, and then you can, this is Kat's version of coloring it in, making it her own, making it unique. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. We, the Crusaders team of me and Erica, we stream every Friday. Usually I draw something, usually the newest Crusader or like a skin or something like that. And we just hang out and answer questions and stuff. Yeah, so if you just followed the channel, you could sort of consider us a variety streamer because there's a variety of people who stream, but also it's not all focused on the one game.
Susan saying she colored her Anna green. That's fine. This is just... It's a coloring sheet. You can color it however you want. You don't have to stick with the game colors.
Yeah, exactly.
Zodi, I believe Kevin began the push for the game, which is probably why you're not being able to load in right now. Randy Martinez, I didn't know Ciceron had a clover tail. No, this is Anna's dragon skin, and we put the clover on her tail to make her more Anna.
Yeah.
Lexiar26, we are the cool older siblings of champions. Yeah?
Sure. I'll take it.
Yeah. Almeida Alvaro, half a decade. I don't believe I'm playing a game for so long. The only other I play for so long is probably Minecraft.
Yeah. Man, yeah, thinking about how old Minecraft is a trip sometimes. So I played that game since the alpha days. I still go back to it occasionally. It's just like the eternal game.
I think my eternal game is probably Minecraft, because that's the one, like Windows Minecraft, or not Minesweeper, blah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Minesweeper, because that's the one I just keep going back to.
Right.
Scrooge McScourge, I wish I had the time to play Idle Champions, but Crusaders is already keeping me busy enough, which I enjoy day after day for almost 9 months now. Cool. I mean, it is an idle game, so you can just idle. But yeah, glad you're enjoying Crusaders. DeBeastCod. Probably a dumb question, but I just heard there is a Steam version. If I download, can I link my progress from Congregate? Yeah, Crusaders does have account linking. You would need to play through the first area of Crusaders on Steam, and then that will reveal the linked accounts option in the in-game settings menu. And so you would generate a code from that setting in Congregate and paste that code into Crusaders on Steam to link your accounts. Susan's trying to remember the first DJ Arts games they started playing. Well, I myself started playing Bushwhacker 1, and then Bushwhacker 2, and then Shards, and then Crusaders. Pybed Torres, speaking of Ciceron, since she's into sorcery and some myths, dragons shift into humans. Maybe someday we can see a human sorceress Ciceron skin.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
To BeastCod, no, just the first area, like with the tutorial wizard and like learning how to click and how to do DPS. You don't need to actually get Nate to level 150 again. You just need to complete area 1 of the game ever. Wilhelm Scream, sounds good. Art is always a win. What's the development schedule like for Crusaders and Champions? I imagine that people will be really chewing through content during this lockdown business. We're just gonna keep up our normal update cadence because it's fairly regular. Like, Crusaders and Champions both have the events every 3 weeks, and then normal content updates outside of those events. So yeah, it's just gonna be business as usual.
Yeah, we're still the same like team size and everything, so we can't necessarily make extra big pushes. It's still the same people working on it that it's always been.
Yeah.
Some of us, are better at working at home than others. Some people have to contend with small children.
Yeah. Oppositional Defiance had a question about our talents with Golden Epics. We actually haven't seen too much backlash because those are available for challenge tokens in the challenge token store. So, and most people are just focused on getting to bossing around right now because they want that speed.
It's all about speed.
So yeah, it's 11 o'clock already. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you want to color in the sheet and get it to us, if we get at least 50 of them by Monday afternoon, you guys get a 3-day idle buff code. So color away. And the event will be starting shortly, is started, which unlocks Adina behind me and the other 5 superhero Spring Crusaders. Scrooge doesn't have an alien crusader. Adina is an alien. Mm-hmm. You'll have an alien today as soon as you unlock her. Yeah, that's been our stream for Friday, March 27th, and calling Kat in seems to have worked. Yeah. So we'll be back next Friday with another stream. And have a safe and healthy weekend, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.